G'day everyone, Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse, Tuckwell, Marks Point. This Friday's fishing report. Rain due on the weekend, we all know about that, and nor'east winds for the next 4 to 5 days. But have a look at it here now. Entrance to Swan Bay here. We're just on the northern side of the airport, Nauru. It looks perfect. It's the change of the tide. This will be a hot spot tonight. Around about 9 o'clock you'll see the change of the tide. There'll be a fair few prawns coming out, and they'll start to come out all the way through the back of the drop over the back of the Air Force Channel here, and run all the way out. And this will happen for around about the next 5 to 7 nights, and I'll just keep on getting an hour later. Even for a shore-based fisherman, if you haven't got a boat, you can come down here with your prawn scoop, headlight, even a torch, and walk these edges of an evening over the back of Swansea in particular. Perfect. Up Coaltee Creek's another good spot, but just walk the edges and scoop some of these prawns coming out. There's a few guys here now throwing a few lures around, particularly the entrance to Swan Bay. There will be prawns coming out of this bay here this morning, and I reckon that these guys will be chasing a few floodies, and no doubt if you had a few tube worms in particular, some really nice whiting. They're the reports we've been getting. Brim and whiting all along the flats here now, right the way through up the drop over, and don't forget Salts Bay. I don't think offshore is going to be an option this weekend, so I think the attention is going to be really focused in on this prawn run and in on the estuary. It's absolutely perfect here now. You've got a little bit of a light breeze, but it's not much at all. Got some great reports of flathead. There'll be some beautiful flathead over the back here, particularly the islands and around into Belmont Bay. There's been some really nice fish up around that sort of 75s to 80s as well. But plenty of nice fish, and even on the drifting that last of the run out tob will be perfect down towards the bridge. Some really nice flathead there. There are still plenty of ludric in the estuary as well, and we've got a report only the last couple of days there's an abundance of ludric off the ocean platforms. Again, nor'east winds, there will be a little bit of swell, but you will need to be still careful if you are going rock fishing. Ludric and certainly drummer will be the pick. Crabs in the lake, yes. I reckon that southern end of the lake is producing more crabs. As I said last weekend, the northern end of the lake is a little bit doughy. There's not a lot happening. There will be a few squid during this run, and that is the bycatch when you're going to be prawning. You'll obviously get a few blue swimmer crabs come down, but no doubt there'll be a few squid eating the prawns as they come through. There are juvenile king prawn, the prawns that come out of the lake here. And basically you might get the odd greasy back around the edges, but predominantly juvenile eastern king prawns running out. They're an absolutely beautiful eating prawn and a great advantage to have a go. The next run will be mid-November, and of course mid-December, right on top of Christmas. So this is a great opportunity to get out here. Last weekend, a couple of the guys went out to the edge. I told you I'd give you a report. 371 kilogram tiger shark caught last weekend. Tremendous effort. The water out there, 20.5 degrees, and a lot of bait now starting to get on the bottom. There was a couple of marlin even seen in one of the slicks, and certainly a couple of fish marked on the bottom. The water looked beautiful. So when these conditions become a bit more favourable, going out to the edge will be perfect. Wednesday, Thursday next weekend, nor'westers on Wednesday, 27 degrees both days. If you can pull a midweeker, that'll be the opportunity. A few of the boys on Monday went down to the Texas. I didn't get any reports back, so I'm hoping that they went down and did well, but then again I didn't see any sky photos. So look, again, you've just got to have a bit of a go and see what's going on. The nor'east is going to be a little bit dicky. You've got that run out tide that's going to basically be running out around about 9:30 tomorrow morning. You're going to have to be careful if you're going to duck out and have a look. The bar crossings with those nor'easters are always a bit of a bugger, and you do get a bit of a build up on swell. Look, all in all, I think you can make the most of it. The estuary is where the focal point should be. There's still plenty of mulloway out there for the guys that are casting lures, and still some good flathead in that deep water. I think you've got to get out there and have a go. Take advantage of this prawn run. If it's raining, put a raincoat on. You're not making ice and sugar. Let's get out there and have a go. See you next Friday.